welcome back again to some 0k action. It's going to be 1 versus 1 on the good old Ravaged V2 map, aka Zornaga Caverns, and well, it is a pretty nice map actually. In fact, yeah, very nice map. It seems that, well, that as well as the Stronghold beta map, they seem to carry over pretty nicely from StarCraft to 0k. In fact, I wouldn't mind seeing more StarCraft maps converted or adapted to the Spring Engine actually, because yeah, I don't know, just it's bizarre. I mean, the combination of these choke points and open areas and all that, it does mostly encourage things like well, jump jet play, of course, using cliffs and all that to your advantage, but I don't know, it's just the way it works. It's I don't know, it's very interesting from just regular 0k. In your case, yeah, 1 versus 1, bottom left team, bottom left, well, 1 versus 1, so no teams. Don't know why I keep saying that. But anyway, bottom left player is myself, Lightman, playing as Jump Jets, and surprise, surprise, top right we got Gariel playing as Jump Jets as well. He's actually got far more experience than I do, but his elo is a little bit lower than mine. He definitely does have a lot more experience though, so we'll see how this works out actually. Experience versus elo, because he was like level 80 or something like that, compared to whatever level I was at the time, so we'll see what happens. In any case, going for some quick mixes myself. As for my opponents, quick Lotus, quick Radar Tower. Wait a minute, what can you actually see with that? Okay, he can't actually see the very edge of the cliffs there, but apparently, interesting. Okay, he can actually see a bit more than what I would think he'd be able to. Usually I would construct my Radar Tower a little bit closer to the cliff's edge, but no, he's actually got decent vision there. He just can't see this little shadow here behind the cliff, but otherwise you can see around just fine. So, well, there you go. In any case, so Pyros also starting off, so no surprise there, and yeah, Lightman myself going in for the quick Pyro here. Okay, Gariel, bit of a micro mistake there actually. Actually putting in his Pyro, well, jumping it closer to mine, even though mine can just jump straight over the cliff there. I do manage to take out one mix, damage the commander a bit. Not really sure if that was worth the cost of a Pyro though, yeah. But oh well, I tried. I did actually bring him down to half health, so if I can bring it, yeah, I bring him down. Well, sorry, I brought him down to half health. So if I can actually bring a couple more Pyros to the fray, I might be able to take him out actually. In any case, just continuing to go on with Pyros. A couple of puppies actually wouldn't go amiss either. And as for my opponent, he actually is going for a couple of puppies and Pyros. And as for myself, well, oh god damn it, actually making the same goddamn mistake as Gario, jumping in my Pyro like that. What the fuck was I thinking? Well, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to be losing my mixes pretty much. Well, 2 of them this time actually, compared to my opponent's 1 actually. So, whoops, oh well, my opponent's also going to be expanding a little bit more conservatively just towards his natural expansion, while I'm expanding a bit more towards the middle. Haven't upgraded my own commander, so just expanding with no defenses or anything like that. Thankfully though, I do finally get my own Pyro out, but I lose all my mixes as a result, so that was a very good raid by Gario, definitely showing a bit of experience there. It's funny how we had made such similar mistakes actually, one after another. Oh god, I just gotta love it. So, whoops, definitely screwing my economy a bit there, but oh well, expanding towards the middle for myself, probably be putting some defenses on the high ground, see what happens. Just having a look at the resources. Yep, Gario definitely does have the advantage by far, but I can still catch up, possibly. This Lotus is not really going to do too much in this current position. Just going to stop stuff from going directly up the ramp, I suppose, but not much else. So, there you go. Actually, I wonder, maybe having a couple of defenders on the actual edges of the cliffs, I wonder if that would be a good way to go. Maybe 1, 2, and 3 with overlapping fields of fire. Yeah, might work maybe. In either case, my Freaker is going to be beginning the rather arduous process of... Oh no, the second one actually I think is going to be, yeah, he's going to be building the mixes, and this one's going to be building up the wind gens. So talk about a very arduous process indeed. Actually, how much damage do these things do? 410 and 700, so it'd actually take 2 puppies, 50, 220, that actually would be cost effective though. But nope, I somehow managed to survive. I think 1 Pyro takes, well, they take 1 puppy each basically, so yeah, follow-up. Pyros managed to smoke them both out. Again, only one mech's taken out for myself. My opponent definitely doing a good job defending, actually, his main base. Too bad I didn't try to strike at one of his outlying bases instead. But we'll see what happens, actually. He's definitely got a pretty good economic advantage. Okay, especially with the reclaim. We'll see what he's going to do with that, though. And an army advantage as well. As for myself, well, actually keeping Pyro at home, actually being a bit conservative. But apart from that, yeah, just continuing to build up. Actually got plenty of construction going on, to say the least. And I think I was actually going to morph my commander up to level 1, but I decided against that. Just wanted resources elsewhere. It's just going to be doing a good job tanking the puppy shots instead. And I'm guessing they're just being used mostly as scouts, I suppose. I mean, the radar. Well, no, the radar can reach past that, so I guess it's more like a. I don't know, actually. Because he can't take out a Pyro on his own, so yeah, not really sure. In either case, of course, got the radar on the high ground. Should be able to spot quite a bit, actually. Yes, indeed. Probably should check to see what the hotkey is for line of sight. But in any case, yeah, I should be able to see everything that's happening there. And Faraday actually being built out, sort of, before anything else really. Although, okay, it looks like Gario deciding to do something. Oh no, just deciding to actually go for wind gens, ignoring the Faraday altogether. So maybe just having it there as an emergency measure, partially constructed, I suppose. Interesting. Well, in any case, my Pyro jumps in and well, basically tanks the Pyro shots. Oh, sorry, the puppy shots. Lotus there to defend, and I'll probably get a radar tower up, maybe. Well, yep, radar tower and maybe a defender as well. See what happens. In any case, I'm going to try to raid out again with my Pyro. The only problem is that, yeah, it's got not much health compared to Gario's Pyro. I mean, he's at least running away while firing at my opponent's Pyro, but still, it's just not enough. My raids are not really doing too much at all. If there's one good thing that can be said, though, I am starting to reclaim my economic lead, and there we go, it is up. And I've also got the middle of the map as well, while my opponent Gario has been expanding a bit more conservatively. His Faraday is still only partially built. I mean, really, it's at 70%. He might as well just finish it and maybe build a Lotus next to it or something, I suppose. But, oh well. In case, that's myself, yeah, just plugging the gaps, basically. Yeah, just getting Lotus there to defend, although one Lotus. Well, as long as you micro your Pyro correctly, one Pyro can take out one Lotus, unfortunately. So you do need at least 2 Lotuses to take on one Pyro. Kind of sucks, but yeah, there you go. On the other hand, Stardusts do a pretty good job taking out Pyros, and of course other Raider units as well. So there you go, there's that to consider. At the very least, it seems to be Pyro City for all concerned. Pyro's flowing out of the woodwork for everyone, and nope, here we go. My opponent is going to vary things up, actually. Actually does have a Scuttle, bizarrely enough, so maybe he's going to try to use that against my commander. Interesting. And he's actually got a Firewalker coming up as well, so he's actually going to be mixing things up a bit, as you can see. And there we go, finishing off the Faraday. Probably going to be building another defensive structure, maybe. Because this thing does not do any damage on its own, so we'll see what happens, though. In any case, Scuttle, very interesting choice, actually. You don't normally see them in 1 versus 1s. He does do, well, 8,000 damage, and yep, his commander, wow, okay, bit overkill for the commander, but he'll definitely take him out. Yeah, think of the Scuttle though, if we just have a look at him, the blue radius indicates, I'm not really sure what the hell the yellow radius indicates, but anyway, the blue radius indicates the range from which it'll actually be detected from. It's not actually its detection radius, but rather it's the range that other units will detect it from, and presumably buildings as well, actually. The thing I haven't really noticed about the Scuttle until recently is the fact that it can actually jump, actually. And a fair distance as well, actually, as you can see. So yeah, you can basically jump directly onto units pretty handily, so I can't believe I didn't actually notice that until relatively recently. We'll see how Gario's Scuttle performs. The thing is, though, apart from the commander, I don't really have anything that's too heavy for it to take out. So, well, we'll see what happens. He's at level 1, though, so, okay, I suppose GFL and plants might be worth taking out. Just have a look at his. No, he actually should be able to sneak past the Lotus, actually, as long as he doesn't get too close to it. We'll see what happens. In any case, I'm still continuing to spam out Pyros. There we go, finally switching over to Moderators. And here we go, the first Firewalker has come out. for Gario and smoking out my radar and my metal extractor. Thank God this stuff is relatively well spread out. I do have a bunch of pyros though, and Gario does have a slight army lead though. I think quite a bit of that is due to his very expensive Firewalker and to a lesser extent the Scuttle as well. So, and I've got slight defensive structure lead I suppose as well. So huzzah, huzzah. Also going to be joining up. Okay, yep, joining everything up with good old wind gens. Should be building up my mixers as well, actually, for that matter, as well as building up more power plants. We'll see what happens though. Thankfully the Firewalker for Gario does not really have too much to aim at, although... Nope, never mind. Got the Pyros and good old waypoint movement as well. It looks like they're going straight for the Firewalker, and they're going to take it out, just barely. They'll get taken out in the process, leaving a bit of wreckage actually for the puppies to reclaim, it seems. But what the hell, getting rid of the Firewalker... Yeah, I don't really know if that was really worth it. They really sacrificed quite a few pyros, and well, if I didn't have an economic lead, that would probably not really work too well in my favour, to say the least. At the very least, I'm actually, well, I've got 3 Firewalkers queued up. I'm not really sure if I'm actually going to be building all 3 of them, so not sure about that at all, but we'll see what happens. Actually, they're 3 queued up. Not sure what my actual intentions are going to be. Apparently it's actually going to be to go to 5 of them all up, it seems. And actually building the Lotus here, despite the fact that nothing has really happened on the rear at all. And in fact, Gario actually building his radar tower... okay, you can actually see what's going on here. You can certainly see the outskirts there. So, interesting, despite the fact that the cliffs... You'd think it's obscuring quite a bit of radar coverage, but it's basically not obscuring anything actually. But it's still very strange to put it on the low ground like that. Well, new Gaze Puppy's coming in as well to be a pain in the ass, and yeah, they are tearing up a bit actually. I believe the Lotus has gone down. Actually, I think I might have... Oh, very nice. Mid-air shots there. I think the Lotus actually went down to the Firewalker before. Huh. Interesting. Well, and my own jumper at level 2 commander, yep, so high power servers, high density plating, just like before. His max HP is still not exactly that great. While Gario has actually leveled up his commander to level 3, Gorse rifles, so he's got a Siege commander, 2 Gorse rifles, advanced targeting systems, companion drone, and 1 shock rifle, but not a second shock rifle to replace it. So he's actually going to have varying, okay, it doesn't actually show it there, but he's actually going to have varying weapons ranges. Not usually something you'd really want to have on a single unit. We'll see what happens actually. In either case, very good shot actually by the Firewalker. I'm pretty sure that pyros, they cannot get set on fire, but still that Firewalker shot does do some initial damage, some initial splash damage in particular when it lands, and the fact that it landed on all those pyros at the same time when they were bunched up definitely worked out in my favour. So here we go. Time for me to turn the tide, turn the tables of my opponents. Coming in with my own Firewalkers. How is he going to respond with a whole bunch of puppies and pyros? Provided that I'm paying attention, I should be alright. I've also got a Lotus to retreat to as well, actually, if need be. And yep, I should seem to be doing an alright job, actually. In fact, I don't think I really need to even retreat the Firewalkers, to be honest. But what I should have actually done is I should have actually kept them on hold fire. Whoopsie long. Thank God the pyros are not affected by flames, are they? No, I don't think they are. Or maybe they just can't get set on fire, maybe? I don't know. Well, how's my opponent going to reply? He's actually going to be replying with his own Firewalker and a whole bunch of puppies and pyros. It doesn't seem to be working too well for him. Actually, given how expensive these things are, that Scuttle, where is it? I think he's actually forgotten about it. There's only one on the field by the looks of things. Yep, that's Scuttle. If you can actually get it to jump in between these Firewalkers, well, it doesn't do much splash damage, but if these guys are all bunched up, it might be able to take out maybe two or maybe all 3 of them at once, but it doesn't really matter. I've apparently done so much damage to my opponent, he has quit, actually getting the Kamikaze award for his puppies. Not too surprising there. Interesting game nonetheless. Good old Ravaged V2. I really felt like calling it Zelnaga Caverns, but no, it's not that. It's a map that's similar to it, of course, but you know, adapted for 0k. Still, not a bad map. It is really conducive to jump bot play, just because of all these cliffs and all that. I mean, you could use light vehicles pretty nicely as well. Cloakies and shield bots probably not as much, unless if you can. Well, unless if you can really get a shield ball going and try to negate your opponent's mobility advantage as much as possible, but that's a subject for another game. So enough of that, I shall see you all next time.